December 7th at 6 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and start our Facilities and Transportation Committee meeting. Those that are in attendance, please announce themselves. Kevin Strobel.
Steve Biggerstuff.
Julia Olson.
Ron Hurley. Greg Cooper.
Kristen Thompson.
Bucky Scott.
Okay, and we might as well go ahead and jump right in. Steve, go ahead.
Good evening. So the first item on the agenda this evening is the bus contract proposal. I know Dr. Cooper wanted to discuss some of your
Why don't we go and hit a miscellaneous item, do the update on the chillers first,
Okay.
and then we'll circle right back around. The chillers will take a couple minutes here.
And then, is this the high school chiller? I'm sorry, it's my first week back from vacation, so it's not quite out there. The high school chiller project? Okay, so we're still investigating whether or not we need to do a full project on the chillers to move them. Currently, they've repaired the issues to keep them functioning. We're working with Trade, Berkshire Mechanical, and Vapco to gather pricing and determine the best road forward. It meets the cost needs of the district, plus provide something that's a long-term angle for the maintenance department. We've had several different proposals put forward. One of them I shared here, which was quite expensive. We looked at some other options, but we're still not concluded the investigation on how we can move forward and be cost-effective at the same time and use some common sense solutions.
My thoughts were more geared towards like the rent. We were renting one at one point, so
We returned the
that's all
rental.
returned, and so we're good.
The system is up and functioning. Berkshire
Great.
Mechanical did some repair work to it. So right now, there's no cost being absorbed, and the system is working. We just want to make sure that if we're going to move forward with a repair contract or something to enhance the life of the unit itself, that it's cost effective and makes sense. So
Great.
we're still working on that.
Thank you. All right, the second item, I see we have folks from Roads and Klein Transportation here this evening. They had approached us, and this is for the board, for the committee here. They had approached administration with an interest in extending their current agreement, which is set to expire at the conclusion of the next 21-22 school year, with an interest in extending it for 5 years. It would go through the 26-27 school year. So in conversation back and forth with them, they had submitted a most recent proposal that I felt would be one that we could start and bring in front of the committee to have further conversation about. And what I did share with you, and in fairness to both Rose and Klein, it was the body of the last email that correspondence was back between the two of us, or myself and you, and then also the Exhibit A that you included in that document there, with the annual rate plus the daily rate one, and the 3% CPI and that sort of thing. So if you would like to come tonight and kind of bring that to light for the board, feel free to do so.
My capable assistant is passing out a copy of our proposal.
Thank you.
Happens to be my daughter, Allison Sherman. In this proposal, we've actually outlined 3 different options to try to accommodate what would be best for both parties. The latest one that I think Dr. Cooper was referring to is option 3, which would split the cost into an annual fee plus a per day fee. Option 1 is basically a 3% increase across the board. And with that, there would be a minimum of 175 days per school year. Option 2 is based on CPI with a minimum 2 and a maximum of 4. I failed to mention also in option 1, we agreed that we would upgrade the maximum age of our fleet of each vehicle. 1 year at a time, over 5 years' time, so that we would change from a maximum of 15 years old to 10 years old. The other thing in option 1, we agreed that we would provide routing assistance at the level of 10 hours per week in June and July, 20 hours per week in August, at no fee. Any additional hours would be spelled out at the bottom of the second page of option 1. In option 2, with going with CPI, the vehicle age would remain the same as it is now, and any routing consulting would be at the fees at the bottom of option 1 per hour. And as I said, option 3 splits the cost. Instead of a flat per day cost, it would be an annual rate per bus plus a daily rate for each day that we do go. You have anything to add, Steve?
Well, the daily rate would be what we would bill you for the driver. That's what that would be. We subtracted that off the daily rate to come up with our yearly figure, the annual rate figure. So it's not on top of the daily rate, that was subtracted out. I think that goes, and we're touching on the pandemic issue there. We would furlough the drivers at that point. So, we wouldn't be paying them. They would go on unemployment.
Does the board, the committee have any questions for the service providers?
It's not really in regards to what kind of antimicrobial are you using, and how do you apply it when you fog them? What's the name of the antimicrobial that you use, and how do you fog it? Is it by air spray?
It's a peroxide base. Do you recall the name of it? I don't recall the brand name, but it's a peroxide base, and we're using foggers.
Okay.
Ecolab. We got it from
Yeah.
Ecolab.
Ecolab.
Is where we got it.
Okay.
It's used in many restaurants.
Yeah.
If you look around in a lot of the restaurants that you go to, they're using Ecolab products.
I don't have any questions. Anybody else have any? I mean, we just have to sit down now and kind of gather all the information that we have and do the math, basically. I think is that really where we're at.
I answered that question. So the way you presented these options, option 1 is the only option where you are committing to lower the maximum age of your fleet, and it's the only option where we're baking in hours for routing over the summer. Is that correct?
Right.
No, I believe option 3 also has those hours for the routing as well, correct?
Yeah, for the routing, I believe it did.
I don't really have any.
Option 3 says,
Yeah, we could do that.
We'll do that.
says routing.
Yeah, the routing consultation hours and other 3 would be above and beyond the 10.
Right,
to 20.
exactly.
Well, that was as per the correspondence
Right.
between us.
Okay.
That's what they're seeing at the bottom here. I'm talking about.
Right.
Right.
this as maybe a dumb question. The way you describe on option 3, your annual rate, is just like for entertainment purposes, 32,000. But you said the daily rate is that's on top of the annual rate, and the daily rate really that's for the bus driver.
Correct. Right.
Okay.
So the annual rate would be paid regardless of the number of days. And the daily rate would be paid just for the days that we actually transport.
Okay.
Makes sense. Dr. Cooper, do you have anything else? Dr. Cooper, do you have anything else? No, I don't.
No, I do not at this time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
We
Thanks for your
appreciate it.
time.
Yep, thank you. I'm Stephen, I'm sorry. BEC offers, be next.
Yeah, the BEC offers for the building.
Okay, we got 3 offers, one from Halter, one from the church.
Kathleen, can you speak? Sorry.
We got 3 offers. One is from the church, one is from Halter's, and the other one is from it's the veterans. They want to put the veterans housing in. The EMS LLC. I don't know how much you want to discuss it here.
How much detail do you want to get into here?
That's up to the board if they're interested in finding out the numbers in a public meeting here, that's fine.
Do we want to do it during an executive session, or?
We do that as well.
I'm good either way. Yep, I'm good. I think we should wait to the executive session. Any miscellaneous items?
Currently, no. Is there a little?
It's going to be a quick meeting then. Okay, if there's not any additional items, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to adjourn. Thank you.